This story is about a boy and his dog. I'm Larry Thronberg, and Thunder is my service dog. I'm 100% disabled because of Agent Orange from Vietnam. His name is Thunder, but he's afraid of thunder. He'll come hide anywhere. He'll hide under the table. He'll hide under my desk. There's times that he gets nervous, and I haven't heard anything. He senses changes, and he can feel the difference in the pressure, and I can tell that Thunder's on the way.
My name is Ruth Ann Montez. A few years ago, I went to the animal shelter to find my perfect female, white, small, short-haired dog. And immediately I fell in love with my small, white, female dog. Thunder is an 80-pound Husky Shepherd mix. He was an abused dog, and he was suffering from heartworm and weighed 30 pounds less than he did now. I could feel every vertebra and his pelvis. He's a certified therapy dog, and he's my big boy.
He was an abused dog, and I think maybe that one of the previous people saw his size and they wanted to train him as a hunting dog, shooting over him or near him, because now any kind of sharp noises and he goes hide. He comes out in the morning and goes down the steps, takes a right, goes out around what I call the perimeter and checks to see if there's anything dangerous coming. And then he will go and do his business. I can tell him far enough and he'll peel off and come back toward me. I had a heart attack in 2006. It was okay for a while, but then in 2008, 10, and 12, I had mini strokes, and I have problems with speech. In 2013, 4 of my doctors told me I needed a service dog. So I got Ruth Ann to come over, and we retrained Thunder as a service dog. Most people who have service dogs, like blind people mostly, have them on their left side. But I'm blind in my right eye, so I have Thunder on my right side. He just started doing this himself. When he saw that I might run into something, he just very gently nudged my knee, and that tells me it's time to move a little bit to the left to keep from running into things. He loves to travel. All we have to do is tell him road trip.
On a road trip?
He goes berserk. He just wiggles and wiggles and wiggles, and away he goes. He jumps in the van, sits up in the back seat, and he's ready to go. Several times that Ruth Ann and I went from Vero Beach up to Fayetteville, North Carolina, and then to Asheville, North Carolina, back to Fayetteville, and back to Vero Beach in 4 days. And he was with us all the time. I was out on the patio one time and took him for a walk. I just had an idea, and so I took off his leash and said, "Thunder, take me home." And he followed me from the main road across a big patch of grass and directly into the sun porch. And so we've been doing that ever since. When he's with this red coat, he's a perfect gentleman, but sometimes he's very stubborn and he doesn't want to do what I want him to do, but he's worth every bit of it. Thunder is 12 years old, has arthritis in his back legs, so now this is his happy dance. Ruth Ann has an edge, and Thunder was outside one time. Ruth Ann and I were loading things and left the front door on the passenger side open. And somehow or another, because he was having problems with his moving at that time, he got up into her edge, down on the pedals, and then couldn't figure out how to get back out. It took about 20 minutes for Ruth Ann to get him out of there. He's my service dog, but he's Ruth Ann's pet.
Want to lie down with me?
And he knows the difference. Ruth Ann loves to get this dog dressed up. One Christmas time, she dressed him up as an antler, and he was so dejected, and he tried to get rid of it, and it slipped and looked like he was being muzzled. Then he came over to me as if he was saying, "Please make her stop." And I did, and the expression on his face was, "Oh, thank you, Larry."
Did you mention that he's your chick magnet?
No.
Oh.
That's true, though.
Yes, when the two go out, I know that there's going to be many women around them when I return.
When we moved up north, our family lived right next door. And as soon as Thunder came out, this one little blonde girl started running away and found out that she had been bitten by a large dog. But this was just 2 days later, and the little blonde is the one who's right up next to him. He loved her, and he just is a lovable dog. Lots of bugs live in Florida, and some of them I call gnats. They're little black things. And Thunder will be out in the yard, and they start swarming. And every once in a while, they'll get too close, and he'll go, and most of the time they get away. But this one time I saw he caught one, and the expression on his face was just like this. And he still chases them. Thunder loves the water. We have to watch him because some of the canals in Florida aren't really safe, but he goes skinny dipping into the lakes, he goes into the rivers, he does the canals when we can't stop him. He loves the water. He came over and sat next to me one time, and I put my arm around him, and Ruth Ann said, "There he is, a boy and his dog." He is my second best friend. He takes care of me, and he's the best dog I've ever had. I've had dogs and cats since I was a kid, and nobody has ever come close to Thunder.
Larry actually misspoke. This film is about a dog and his boy, and the girl that loves them both.
This video is dedicated with love to Ruth Ann, my best friend, my lover, my love.